Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Coach Melissa here at Goddard's Fit Body Boot Camp. And today for our nutrition news segment, we're going to talk about NEAT. NEAT is an acronym. It's a short form for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And the reason that we're going to talk about it today is because I've actually started a bit of a challenge among our members in our Goddard's facility. And maybe if you're friends with a few of them on Facebook, you might have seen them posting pictures with the hashtag NEAT, N-E-A-T, and you might be wondering what this is all about. So today, I'm going to explain what NEAT is and what our challenge is and go from there. So you've probably heard before that as a society, we don't really exercise enough and we eat too much, right? Experts generally agree if you want to be healthy, you should aim for at least 30 minutes of activity a day. Some even say as many as 60 minutes a day, and that you should eat healthy. You hear a lot about eating healthy, eating clean. Often a lot of people think if you want to lose weight or you want to even maintain the weight loss that you have, you should exercise more and eat less. But some new research suggests that less activity or less work may actually be more when it comes to the amount of activity that you need to jumpstart your weight loss. Okay, fitting in structured workout, exercise activity can be tough. You have to carve out the time. You have to make it a priority. So hearing that you should do, up to 60 minutes a day, for a lot of people, that's a turn off right there. They check out because they simply don't have the time to do so. The other side of that is your diet. Maybe you eat pretty well. You're eating clean, or you're paying attention to what you're eating nice, whole foods. Maybe you're eating well and you're working out, but you find that you're not really seeing results. Why aren't you losing more weight? It feels like you're working so hard, but you're not getting any results. Some of this could be, because of your body composition changing. You hear a lot that muscle weighs more than fat. And while muscle doesn't actually weigh more than fat, like a pound is a pound, right? A pound of muscle and a pound of fat is still a pound. Muscle is more dense than fat. So if you're trading fat for muscle, your scale weight might stay the same even as your body shrinks, which is one good reason why you shouldn't be a slave to the scale in the first place. Muscle is denser than fat. So I'm going to stand up here for 1 second, because right here at my desk here, I have a pound of fat and I have a pound of muscle. So they're the same weight, but as you can see, the muscle is a lot denser than fat, right? So it's not that muscle weighs more, it's just denser, it's more concentrated than fat. But when you're working hard to lose weight, it's often, and it's reasonable to expect some changes on the scale, especially if you feel like there's a lot that you want to lose. Changes in body composition doesn't explain everything. So the whole muscle fat thing, it doesn't explain everything. Losing weight, gaining weight, maintaining your weight, a lot of times you hear about depends on calories in versus calories out. That's the theory that a lot of people have. And it takes a lot of energy just to keep the body alive, to keep all of your systems working. This is your resting metabolic rate, your RMR. If you cut your calories without also increasing your activities at the same time, then your metabolic rate is going to go down. So a lot of people think, if I just eat less and work out more and eat less and less and less, then I should see results. And that's not often the case, because you need to feed your body in order to keep it going. This is your metabolism, and it's often referred to or compared to stoking a fire, right? You got to keep putting logs on the fire, and if you don't, the fire's just going to burn out. You have to keep putting food into your body, and if you don't, your metabolism is just going to burn out. And that's the last thing you need when you're trying to lose weight, is to have your metabolism, burn out and slow right down. So you have to remember, when you're trying to figure out, how many calories in and how many calories out, in addition to using calories, just to maintain your body's functions, you also use calories even to digest your food. Protein, for example, is harder for your body to digest than simple carbs are. So your body is going to work more and burn more calories to process, to digest protein than it is simple sugars. So your body's burning calories just by digesting your food. Okay, so you can burn more calories just by eating foods that take longer to digest. So that's a good thing. Something else that can be influenced by this whole energy in, energy out equation is your physical activity, and it includes, yes, planned exercise, the kind that you do in the gym, or you do in the on the track, or you do in the pool, but it also includes things that fall under the category of non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Okay, so this is everything you do that's not sleeping, eating, or like organized sports like athletic exercise. So this is the energy that you use, walking to work, typing, performing yard work, different tasks on the farm, even something as small as fidgeting, right? All of these things burn calories, and it's not that you only burn calories when you are, involved in a specific, planned, organized 30, 60-minute workout. You're burning calories every second of the day, no matter what you're doing. And it's important to remember that, okay? This can vary enormously from person to person, and it's really, really hard to measure. So it's really hard to say, how many calories that I'm burning just sitting here talking to you, because I'm burning calories just sitting here talking to you. But I could have somebody beside me also sitting here talking to you, and they would not be burning the same exact amount of calories as I would. It depends on so many different factors. So that's really, really hard to judge. Okay. So sometimes when you exercise more and you eat more without even meaning to, you may reduce your non-exercise activity. So this NEAT that I've been talking to, maybe after a long, tough workout, you decide, that you've earned going through the drive-thru for your cheat meal, right? So instead of going home and cooking, going through the motions of cooking the healthy food, it doesn't take as much energy to sit in your car, go through the drive-thru, and get that food. If you're a 150-pound guy, you could have burned, 140 calories, let's say, just by cooking, just by, the motions that your body needs to do to cook. It may not sound like a lot, but, in addition to going through the drive-thru, you also let, your kids walk the dog instead of you walking the dog, or the dog just doesn't get walked. Or you let the dishwasher wash the dishes instead of you washing the dishes, or, you drive out to the end of your laneway to get the mail instead of walking. All of these things add up in the course of a day. So the more sedentary you are in your lifestyle, the less NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis you have. And this can make a difference to, your results. It's tough to capture everything that goes into the energy balance. So when you say, today I burned, let's say 1,500 calories, and today I ate, took in this many calories, it's really, really hard to judge that, you guys, which is another reason why we're not big on calories here, because it's such an inexact science. There's really no possible way to know. But it's important to remember, for those of you that tend to undereat or tend to diet and, suffer from these different nutritional deficiencies, there's so many calories that you burn through the day, even just at rest, even just doing your everyday activities, that your body needs to continue to be fed in order to continue to have energy. And your body's not going to release anything. It's not going to release any fat. It's not going to release anything if it feels like it's not getting enough in the first place. A study conducted several years ago with overweight menopausal women actually found that, contrary to common sense and any expectations, the women who exercised more didn't lose any more weight. Researchers concluded that they must have compensated in some other areas. Maybe, and I don't know, but maybe if they exercised longer, they rewarded themselves more, with things that they maybe wouldn't have eaten before, or, been a little bit more restful than they would have been before, thinking that the workout that they had, earlier in the day or earlier in the week was enough for them. And it's about the big picture. So if more exercise doesn't necessarily result in more weight loss, according at least to this study, then maybe it's not about, how many workouts you can cram into the week or how many minutes you can spend, running on a treadmill or how many laps you can swim in a pool. Yes, those are all great for endurance. They're all great, for your heart and your lungs, and certainly if you're training for a specific event. But when it comes to weight loss, more like hard, heavy workout isn't necessarily the way. Maybe with a little bit more knowledge and forethought, you can get by with exercising less, still losing the weight you want to lose, but having the rest of your day, like in our case, the other 23 and a half hours of the day, being more active just in simple everyday ways. So looking at your overall lifestyle, are you more sedentary the other 23 and a half hours of the day? And what can you do to increase your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis? Those are the things that I'm encouraging our members to consider this month. So all throughout the month of September, I have this NEAT challenge going on where I'm challenging my members to get out there and consider all of these different other activities that they do that are also helping them to stay active and burn calories. I'm encouraging them to post photos of themselves doing that kind of stuff on Facebook, tagging me with the hashtag NEAT. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to do a draw for a swag item here from all of the entries that I've had. And I've had a few members here really taking this to heart and doing this on a daily basis. And maybe if you're friends with me on Facebook, you've probably seen them tag me. If you're friends with them, you've seen them do that as well. Because it's about overall lifestyle. It's not just about, come in here and sweat, for 30 minutes a day and then go home and sit on the couch and eat, crap for the rest of the day. That's not going to do it, guys. It's about your overall active lifestyle and what does that look like, and having an active lifestyle because you want to, not because you have to. So I've seen pictures, of going for bike rides for fun. I've seen pictures of walking, just going for a walk around town. I've seen pictures of, playing with the grandchildren, cleaning. You can burn a lot of calories cleaning. You can work up a sweat cleaning. Gardening, garden work, even just pushing the wheelbarrow up and down a hill. You may not think of that as a workout. That is absolutely burning calories. So those of you that are members here, I encourage you to think about your overall lifestyle, your non-exercise activity, that you wouldn't really class as exercise, and how active are you in that way. Post some pictures on Facebook showing me your NEAT, tag me, and if you're a member here, be entered into our draw at the end of the month to win some swag just by doing, your everyday life. That's what this is all about this month. That's what our challenge is all about. I hope you guys that are members here jump in on this. And that's about it for this week. So if you have another topic that you would like me to discuss, I'm happy to do that. Looking forward to this week ahead. This is the week before the big challenge begins, our transformation challenge. You've heard all about it for several weeks. So registration is now officially closed as of last night. It's going to start a week from today. So next week, I'm sure I will be flying up here telling you all about it. And we had a Bring a Friend workout this past Saturday, just a couple days ago. That was fantastic. Lots of new faces in here. Friday night in here, I'm very excited. We're having an instructor from Wingham come, and she's going to do the pound workout with us. So the pound workout, all the rage right now, working out with drumsticks, making all kinds of noise to cool music. So I'm really excited about that for our members. It's a special workout for our check-in for charity this month, which is the Hunter Costello Memorial Foundation. So this is another way that we're going to help support them this month. Super excited for that on Friday. So I think that's about it. What's coming up for everybody else? We have our big Thanksgiving workout. That is happening on October 7th. And it begins at 9 a.m. up on the square. So everybody that's watching this, if you can get to the square in Goderich on Saturday, October 7th, you are welcome, encouraged, and invited to join us. We can't wait. We do this every year. I think this is our 6th year. We're going to have all the coaches there. Nadine and I are both there. It's open to anybody that wants to come. We just ask that you bring a donation to the food bank to join in. So mark that date on your calendar, October 7th at 9 a.m. up on the square by the fountain. Can't wait. Before that, though, I will be back next Monday with another topic for Nutrition News. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feel free to comment below. Feel free to send me a message. Feel free to get a hold of us if there's anything different you would like us to discuss. Okay? Have a great day, everybody. Happy Monday.